Hey, what's up everyone? This is Drayko the Psychic here, and after all those videos I've uploaded for the duels in the Custom Cards Discord tournament, I decided I wanted to give y'all guys my Undefeated Revealing Light deck profile. First off, GG's all around to everyone, Roxas, Teddy Slasher, especially Igor San. Even though that kid is annoying, he did put up a good fight against Revealing Lights. I've never had like a competitive duel with Revealing Lights ever in my life, and what more than just floodgates the deck. Anyways, so today I want to bring y'all guys my Revealing Light deck profile that went undefeated on this tournament, because I have no idea what to do for a psychic deck. Anyways, before we get this thing going, make sure you hit that like button, even though you never saw what this video is going to be. What most of this video is going to be, and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. We actually hit 160 subs, so now would be the best time to like start begging for subs at the beginning of the video, because you know that gets people to sub more, right? Anyway, so let's just begin with the monsters right here. I did make them Rush Duel templates because Dueling Book allowed us to make Rush Duel cards now, and I gotta say I really love how the cards that came out to be in Rush Duel. I forgot to make this card a Rush Duel card, but I'll fix that later. So anyways, let's get right into this. So first up, the most number one MVP of the deck is Angel Revealing Light. You gotta play 3 of him, no questions asked. No, it's not honest. With swords edited behind it. So basically, if you control no monsters, you can special summon it from your hand. That is an activated effect. And if it's summoned while you have... If this card is summoned while you have no other monsters, you can special summon a Revealing Light monster from your deck. But its effects are negated, and it cannot be used as Xyz material except for the Xyz summon of a Revealing Light monster. This effect, however, is actually not once per turn. I am very surprised that Zod actually did not make this once per turn. But I guess I can see why, because, you know, it only works when it's just the one monster you have, and that one monster is Angel. So, like, if your opponent gets rid of Angel with something, I don't know, I have another Angel in hand, I can just plop another one down on the field and just get another monster. And we'll get into what the monster I usually summon with Angel is Magician of Revealing Light. With Magician of Revealing Light, this Angel is actually a 1-card combo for like 2 rank 8 Xyz monsters. I'm not joking. Anyway, so we got Magician of Revealing Light right here. So saying you can discard a Revealing Light, you can discard another Revealing Light card to special summon it from your hand. Wait, it doesn't actually Zod. Oh wow, we actually know he auto-approved this, and then I just realized that it doesn't specify where it comes from. Give me just a second. Alright. Y'all didn't see anything, alright? So, basically, if it's in your hand, you can discard another Revealing Light. You can discard one other Revealing Light card to special summon it. That's its way of summoning, and its other effect is that when it's detached from a Light Xyz monster to activate its effect, you can add any Revealing Light card from your deck to your hand. This is really nice, as it can search Judgment, or the best card in the game in this deck, Sanctuary. We'll talk about that in just a second. And it just says detach from any Light Xyz monster. So like literally any Xyz monster that's in this that's in your extra deck, you can just literally go off. You could just detach and just add. While breaking your opponent's board, negating cards, and this doesn't activate it. So next card right here we got is Dragon of Revealing Light. You basically send a Revealing Light spell or trap from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard in order to special summon it, and that you can only special summon Dragon Revealing Light once per turn this way. Wait. Oh wow, Zod did a problem summon card text fix on this, but I feel like this is an activated effect, and this is only for, oh wait, never mind. No wait, that is an effect, it's not inherent. Oh my god. Zod, this is, oh my gosh. This is why I need to get on the problem solving card text thing, because even I need to fix my stuff. So anyways, so yeah, basically its summoning condition is to send a face-up Revealing Light spell or trap or from your hand to the graveyard, which is nice as it can pitch your Spiritual Swords or your Engine of Revealing Light, which is another combo piece we'll talk about later. And just like Magician, if it's detached from a Light Exceeds monster to activate its effect, you can target a face-up monster your opponent controls and bounce it back to the hand. So, quite literally, this is another board-breaking card. However, though, it's just overkill with the Galaxy Ice combo. The Galaxy Ice combo is just, like, insane beyond description. Anyways, next card we got right here is Necromancer of Revealing Lights. My weirdest option for another Revealing Light, I was like, you know what? Let's just find some random Necromancer and slap revealing Swords of Revealing Light on it. And then Top Hat Tsukinoku made this, and this looks actually pretty cool. So, if you control a Revealing Light spell or trap, you get to special summon it from your graveyard in defense position, and you can discard a card and special summon a Revealing Light monster from your graveyard in defense mode, which both are once per turns. So basically, this is another rank 8 Xyz if you just drop it into your graveyard and then have a card you want to discard. Like most of the cards you want to discard to your graveyard, like Engine, Spiritual Swords, stuff like that. You also want to discard these 2 level 4s. And let's talk about the last level 8 before we get onto the level 4s right here. So the last level 8 right here is Lion of Revealing Light. I know there is another Lion card. It was that Ritual Lion monster. But the first Lion I thought of was this cute dude. So now he's part of the Revealing Light lore that I have going on right here. So anyways, if you control a Revealing Light monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and that is a inherent summon that's supposed to be what an inherent summon is. And then if a card or effect, and this is basically a hand or field trap that basically negates any card or effect that would target a Revealing Light monster you control. This used to be that would target or destroy a Revealing Light card, but now it's been nerfed down to destroy or target. So now, I guess you can't get impermed. I think I had Lion in that one duel, and he effect veilered my Angel, and I could have lined it. I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about the level 4s. The first level 4 we have right here is Wyvern of Revealing Light. So this one right here, if you control a monster that's not a Revealing Light monster, you have to destroy this card. And if it's normal or special summon, you can increase its attack by 500 and increase its level by 4. So that means you just normal summon this as a 2000 level 8 beat stick. And during the end phase, if it's in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you get to banish to add a Revealing Light monster from your deck to your hand. So like end phase, you banish this, grab your Lion, and you have targeting protection with one card. Hymnus, on the other hand, is basically a really good card. If it's normal or special summon, you can special summon a Revealing Light monster from your hand or graveyard. This one enables the Link 2 play for Whisperer of Revealing Lights. We'll get to that in just a second. And she has the same thing as Wyvern, but this time she adds a different Revealing Light card that's banished or in the graveyard back to your hand. So, yeah, really, really good for enabling Link plays, as it's another extender. Not for Xyz summoning because its level is 4 and it doesn't change to level 8 like Wyvern does. And then for the last card we have right here is Nibiru the Primal Being. In this deck right here is actually a going second deck. It may not look like it, but it actually is a going second deck, because even though if you go first you can make like a Towers or a where is it? Number 38. You can also make a Divine Dragon Knight Felgran. But all in all, I feel like a rank 8 spam deck is actually a good going second because of this Galaxy Ice combo. Being able to just pop 2 cards or potentially just steal a monster with Cypher Dragon. And then proceed to OTK for game. But I mean, I was really kind of skeptical about Nibiru as well, because if I summon Nibiru, that interrupts my Angel play, so I can't Angel with a Nibiru on my field. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the spells. The first spell we have right here is Sanctuary of Revealing Light. This used to be a field spell, but Zod said, no, Revealing Lights already have a field spell, so we're just going to make it a continuous spell. I was like, wait, what? What? The field spell is trash. Anyway, so basically when it's activated, you get to add a Revealing Light monster from your deck to your hand. All monsters on the field become light, so it's basically a Layer of Darkness type card that changes the attribute. And if you would tribute summon a light monster, you can also tribute this face-up card you control, as well as monsters if you need to. So basically, you can just tribute one monster, and you can tribute Sanctuary in order to get out your monsters. I could actually just play like what is it, Vanity's Fiend, and just like I could just play Vanity's Fiend, and then just drop down on the field and watch my opponent cry. Anyways, that's it for this one. Also, it blows itself up during my opponent's third end phase, because that's what Swords of Revealing Light does. Next up, before we talk about the other MVP of this deck, let's talk about this one, Barrier of Revealing Light. This basically did not show up most of the time, but it was just a card that I made it, so I guess I wanted to put this in just for funs. Blows itself up during your opponent's turn end phase, and while you control a Revealing Light monster, other Revealing Light spells and traps you control cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's cards and effects. And once per turn, if a Revealing Light monster you control is destroyed by the opponent's card, you can special summon a Revealing Light monster from your deck. So basically, this allows your Revealing Light monsters to float into another one. Best case scenario, they destroy like something like a Necromancer, and then you could just summon Angel, and Angel summons another monster from deck. Because it doesn't negate the effects that it summons. Yep. Anyways, let's talk about the other MVP. Somewhat MVP of the deck that came up in round round 3 of my duel against Igor-san was Power of Revealing Light. This card is nuts right here. It allows you to have a guaranteed OTK in a way. So basically, you only activate this if you control a Revealing Light monster, and when it's activated, you look at all set spells and traps your opponent controls, you target one card among them, and it cannot be activated. And if your opponent activates a card with the same original name as that target, your opponent has to banish all cards with the same name as it from their hand and deck. And also, it's speed spell 4 against spells and traps. So this one right here blows itself up during my second standby phase. So during my second standby phase, the card I targeted is live. So yeah, you could just look at all your opponent's cards, and then you can see what they have planned to what they plan to disrupt you with, and then you could just disable one of them. And if you have 2 in hand, you can actually activate 2 of them and disable 2 cards for 2 turns, which is nuts. Not being able to respond to it with spells and traps is really good. Since imagine trying to Judgment Power. This card's really good for also seeing if you're going against a Waking the Dragon back row, so you don't blind MST it. So yeah. Anyways, next up we got the OG Swords of Revealing Light. If you guys are zoomers out there, let me just tell you what this card does. For 3 of your opponent's turns, your opponent cannot attack. There you go. That's the short story. Anyways, let's move on to the regular spells. I played Trade-In because everything's level 8. 3 Tactical Talents. This is a new card that came out. I've been trying this card, and it works so good in this deck. I have a lot of cards that are susceptible to hand traps, and if my opponent decides he or she is going to hand trap me, I can just, okay, I'll let that resolve, but then I get to draw 2 cards. You ash me? Okay, I'll draw 2 cards. You Nibiru me? Okay, I'll just take your Nibiru, summon this monster, and link it off. So, I mean, yeah, you just... This card is so good. I really like it. And it's also an out to Dragoon of Red Eyes. So if your opponent activates Dragoon of Red Eyes effect, you can drop 3 tactical talents and take the 4K beat stick. Let me just reiterate that. Take a 4K beat stick that negates. And then you can just link it off with something. Anyways, and the last card we got right here is Call by the Grave. We don't like hand traps, so I decide I'm not going to play hand traps and instead use Call by the Grave. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go on to the traps. This one right here is the best card right here. Engine of Revealing Light. It basically blows itself up like a usual card. Except it's on your end phase. So once per turn during the main phase, you can shuffle a Revealing Light card from your graveyard into your deck, then draw 1 card. And that's not really that's not what I usually do with Engine. What I usually do is its second effect, where if I special summon a Revealing Light monster, I get to special summon this as a level 8 monster. But it gets banished when it leaves the field, so it's whatever. Anyways, but yeah, all in all, it's recyclability for like 3 turns, or whenever you activate this. I guess you could do it on your opponent's turn because it is a trap. So I don't know what to say about this. Engine is just busted. I think Engine's gonna get hit. Next up, we got Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light. I was actually thinking about this as a really good counter card against Teddy Slasher's Delphine deck, because if they inflict battle damage towards you, they go off. Like it's seriously about to go off if they inflict battle damage. So you basically can pay 1,000 light points to negate the attack, and during your opponent's turn, you can banish it, and your opponent cannot attack you directly. So like you just banish this, and then the Delphines just can't attack. They're so low on attack that they just can't attack a monster regularly. Oh gosh, regularly. Oh my gosh, they cannot attack regularly. They cannot attack the normal way, okay? I have a speech problem, okay? Don't judge me, okay? Alright. So, next card right here is the Judgment of Revealing Light. So, if a card effect is activated, you basically send the Revealing Light spell or trap you control to the graveyard to negate and send it to the graveyard, so it bypasses destruction. And you also need to have a Revealing Light monster to activate and resolve this effect. So basically, if you activate this, but your opponent activates some kind of counter trap that like destroys your Revealing Light monster, and you got no other Revealing Light monsters on the field, this card will not resolve because of how this card is worded. Yeah, that's pretty much the deck right there. Went out of order just to annoy you guys. So let's go ahead and go into the side deck before we go into the extra deck. Pankratops, it's a level 7 for a level 8 deck. 2 Jew monsters, so, you know, you can just drop a Jew on your opponent. Crossout Designator, because I also play Nibiru in my deck, and if my opponent tries to Nibiru me, I can just Crossout Designator this. A second copy of Power to go against back row decks. Twin Twister to go against back row decks. Red Reboot to go against back row decks. And there can be only ones to go against monster decks. Anyways, let's go over to the extra deck. Silent Warrior Revealing Light. I actually just found this art on DeviantArt, which was really cool. There's also another Revealing Light monster out there that Konami actually printed, but I don't really use him because he's not that good. Basically, your opponent must pay 300 life points to activate a monster effect, which is really nice. You can whittle down your opponent's life points by a bit, and they'll just kind of like have to think about it. And you can send a Revealing Light spell or trap from your deck to your graveyard by just detaching one. That's why I said Angel is a 1-card combo, because this is actually the one rank 8 monster you can do. You can use going first, because there's not a lot of going second cards there's not a lot of going first Xyz monsters you can make in order to enable a combo. Yeah. And next up we got Towers of Revealing Light. This one right here, it gains 200 attack and defense for each Revealing Light spell or trap you control. And as a quick effect, you can detach an Xyz material to target a Revealing Light card in your graveyard and one face-up card your opponent controls, you shuffle the first target and destroy the second target, and then you excavate the top card of your deck. And if it's the same Revealing Light card with the same type as the destroy card, you get to add it to your hand. So if you destroy like a monster, you have to excavate a monster to add it to your hand. Otherwise, it gets placed on the bottom of your deck. A really, really good disruptive effect, and also recycles pretty much. So, anyways, next up we got the Whisper of Revealing Light. This is a Link monster that is a psychic, because I can't play a deck that doesn't have a psychic in it. At least one psychic. So anyways, while it points to a Revealing Light monster, this card in Revealing Light monsters, it points to cannot be destroyed by battle. And once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, you get to send the OG swords from your deck to the graveyard. And for that turn, your opponent cannot target Revealing Light monsters you control for attacks for the rest of his turn. So this basically protects you from a potential OTK or something like that. I'm not sure. It just gives you attack protection. So anyways, let's go over the random Xyz monsters I decided to throw in here. Alsay for removal and potential adding. Dingirsu to send and protect. Divine Night Dragon Felgren to basically negate cards. Cypher Blade to pop. Cypher to break boards. Full Armor to pop. 38 to negate. Boral Sword to OTK. And Mech Knight Crusader Avermax to go through a monster in OTK. So that's basically the side deck. That's basically the side deck and the extra deck. Also, the main deck right here for my Undefeated Revealing Light deck. I have not done a deck profile in a long time, as you can tell. So anyways, once again, if you like this video, please hit that like button down below. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. And I'm really glad that y'all can show me a bit more support with the my content going through custom cards and stuff like that. So yeah, I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.